The Yellow Face by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Now, before starting the story, I'll tell you about the author. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle was a very famous mystery writer. He has created this character, Sherlock Holmes, which became so famous, and his stories and his cases were so famous and read in all over the world that when Sir Arthur Conan Doyle tried to kill Sherlock Holmes in one of his novels, the public demanded that no, they can't accept the death of Sherlock Holmes. And they wanted more of his stories. So he had to make Sherlock Holmes live again and write more stories about him till the author died himself. So, this is one of his short stories, The Yellow Face. There are many, many stories written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle with this character, Sherlock Holmes, which you can see in this picture wearing a checkered cap and his very true, loyal assistant, Dr. Watson. Now, in this story, Sherlock Holmes comes back from his evening walk rather, at 5 o'clock from to his house, which is on Baker Street. And when he goes inside, he has a page boy. A page boy is someone who opens the door, makes the guests sit in the house, looks after them, or if there is a message or anything, he records it or takes it for the master. So this page boy, he tells that there was a gentleman here waiting for you. So he was in a lot of hurry and he didn't wait. He waited half hour, but he couldn't stay longer, and he went away. He looked very much troubled. Sherlock Holmes said to his friend Watson, "Oh, that it is very annoying that this man walked away. We needed a case very much, and this man went away. It looked that the man must be very much troubled. He was very impatient, and it must be very important that he left so quickly. And see, here is the pipe on the table. Pipe, the smoking pipe, which you can see Sherlock Holmes holding in his hand. He used to smoke a pipe. But there was another pipe on the table of his room. So he said, "This is not mine, and yours also. So this pipe must be that man's." So he must be very much disturbed, and it is clearly visible from the pipe that this pipe is very, very dear to him. He likes this pipe very much. Now Watson says, "How can you tell from just looking at the pipe, a smoking pipe, that this is very valuable to that man?" So Sherlock Holmes is a very intelligent, sharp detective. He says, "See, the pipe is very cheap, only 7 and 6 pence. Its price would be original price. But see, this man has got it mended or repaired 2 times, and each of the breaking part is done with silver bands, and alone the silver would have cost more than buying a new pipe. So that means the man must think of has very much value for the pipe. So he prefers patching it up rather than selling it and buying a new one, rather than throwing it and buying a new one." And looking at the pipe, he says, "The owner of this pipe is a very fit, strong man, muscular man, and he uses his left hand, because you can have your finger impression on the pipe." So Sherlock Holmes looks at it and guesses that he's a left-handed man, and he has excellent set of teeth, because you can have your teeth marks also on the pipe. So Sherlock Holmes identifies them also. And this man is careless in his habits. That's why, see, he forgot his thing here, and he doesn't have to worry about money. Practice economy means doesn't have to worry about money. He spends money as much as he wants. And then he says, "If I'm not mistaken, he's coming. I hear somebody's footsteps outside." And no sooner after a minute, a tall young man was standing there. He was not more than 30 years, about 30 years old. He comes in the house and says, "Sorry, I forgot to knock. I just came inside. I'm very upset, and my whole life has gone to pieces. I'm very upset." So Sherlock Holmes tells him, "Do you wish to take us as consulting detectives? Want our opinion, our help?" So he says, "Yes, I want your opinion as a very wise kind of man, and because I didn't know what to do. My mind was very much in trouble, and but it is very bad to discuss to two strangers a man's personal life and his wife's matter. But see, I'm so much troubled, so much disturbed that I didn't know where to go. So I come here to you." So Sherlock Holmes tells him, "My dear Mr. Grant Munro." That man is surprised. "How do you know my name? I didn't say my name." He says, "If you want to preserve your name, keep your name a secret, incognito, you should stop writing your name inside the hat which you are wearing. Because when you take off your hat and put it on the table, the name is clearly written there." And Sherlock Holmes, as I said earlier, is a very sharp, keen detective. Nothing misses his eyes. So he has seen his name inside. So he tells him, "Don't worry, tell me what is troubling you, what is the matter of your problem. Give me the true things, the facts." He says, "The facts are these, that Mr. Grant Munro," he's saying his story. Yeah, he has been married for 3 years, and he has been very happy with his wife, and both of them love each other. But since last Monday, there is something different in his wife's behavior, and they have become totally strangers, and he doesn't know the reason why." So Mr. Holmes asked him, "Okay, you tell me that your wife loves you. I don't want to argue about that. But Mr. Munro, let me